All right, so we played this archetype a little bit before, and I think it's quite good. Fijara's Retribution here, notably, is really fantastic. So, makes a 4/4 on the first chapter, makes your angels into removal spells in the second chapter, and gives them double strike on the third. So, the removal chapter makes you decent into creature decks. The double strike chapter lets you close very quickly against control decks. If you have other angels before you play this, like Youthful Valkyrie or Righteous Valkyrie, you get to kill multiple things on occasion. We also just have other good pieces of interaction that are flexible. Inscription of Ruins, a card I've been really impressed with in the format, kills most of the creatures you want to kill against mono green, but also works as Mind Rot against things like blue-red dragons. Umbral Juke's a card that I've also really liked. It can make your opponent sacrifice a Goldspan dragon without making a treasure. It can also make you a creature token to apply pressure in a pinch against control decks. Lash of Malice, very similar. So this is a card that kills your opponent's creatures that have 2 toughness or less, but it's a makeshift black shock when you need to be aggressive. You can target your own creatures like Valkyrie and these to give them extra attack. At the very top end of our curve, we've got both Rampage and Starnheim Unleashed as kind of mana dumps and other angel generators. And then we got a couple of Legion Angels with 2 more in the sideboard. I really like the 2-2 split on these. I think getting 3 4/3 flyers is plenty in most games, and having 2 chances to draw 3 4/3 flyers in your main deck feels pretty good. So let's dive on into some games with Black-White Angel. It's one of the first decks we tried in this format, and it felt very good, and it posted a couple of results in some of the early Standard 22 tournaments we had on MTG Melee, so interested to see how it feels now that the format's developed a little bit more. It's fine. Oh, is this version not playing... I'm thinking about my 2-drops. Did I have Vanishing Verse in my 2-mana slot? There should probably be Vanishing Verses in this deck. I think that's one card I missed in my initial build that's proven to be very good in this format. We'll do a quick pass, but we're probably going to update to have some of those. Mindfire Scion. Thanks for the 3/4 beer. Welcome back. So I've got 2 more lands rolled up here already. Honestly, I might just take this Inkling Summoning. We didn't get to cast him a whole lot. Felt fine when we did. I would play it. I would play it again to try and get some more matches in with it. My favorite format in Magic the Gathering at this very moment is definitely Modern. Modern has been in a very good spot post-Modern Horizons 2, in my opinion. Standard 22's been good too, but I can't play best of 3 in it, so... If I could play best of 3 for Standard 22, it'd probably be a toss-up with this in Modern. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my Mind Rot on. Yeah, I agree, Pelly. I feel like they've hit a sweet spot with ramp designs in recent Magic sets. I just take the last card out of their hand, right? It's gonna be like a removal spell. I think taking a 1-for-1 here is fine. Yeah, that's why we published my YouTube video already. So now when people ask about bans, we can link my reaction there. So we can start gaining life. Can do this into this next turn. Well, they're a Sultai deck. Interesting. I think this is gonna fetch Island. How good is Shambling Ghast? It's very playable. We played a black-white. What was it? We played a Mardu Sacrifice deck the other day in Standard 22, and this card was excellent in it. You may have a treasure token. That video is quick. Do you have a separate computer to render on, or does someone edit it for you? No, I literally took 30 seconds and published that while I was live. I have a script that programmatically generates YouTube thumbnail images. And I have a bunch of reaction faces stored that I can select from a dropdown. Professor is a cleric, yeah. Yeah, if we chump block here, this gains 16, and then we just kill them very quickly, right? Goodbye, friends. Hey, pump up the friends. And, like, even if they had a sweeper here somehow, we would just have a ton of gas in hand, right? Yeah, it just doesn't matter. Block, take 20. We gain 16. Crunch. Let's go ahead on CGB. Is Historic back on the menu? Well, if you read Wizards of the Coast's suspension argument, Historic should have always been on the menu, and we, the players, were very silly for not beating Brainstorm, because the Is It Phoenix deck actually wasn't that good. Red, white, eh? Oh, they'd be playing something like the Mardu Sacrifice deck. Yeah, I just wanted to lower the difficulty settings. It's a good way to put it. So, Do I go 2, 3, 4? Or do I go 2, 3, 4, 5? It's kind of close. I think I want to do this. Already done. Oh wait, someone else updated the... I updated the band's command. It's a big boy. Second Valkyrie is nice. Is it a known quantity before Brainstorm? It was, but it wasn't very good before Faithless Looting. And some hacker. Thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. Happy to take this hit. Well, not happy, but we'll do it. Yeah, CGB, feel free to link your react in chat if it's live already on your channel. So do we Retribution so we get this pumping up towards the final, or do we just, like, do this first to start? It feels like there's a chance they have a removal spell here. I think I want to be greedy and try and get double Valkyrie going. Double Valk's just impossible to race, basically. The Gather webpage doesn't have Historic as a format. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Real embarrassing. I'm supposed to leave this untapped because of Goldspan. It's probably the case. Hey, thanks for the 27 months. Everyone discards a card if treasurer reveals their hand. I think this card is playable. That's not one I've seen, but that's kind of sweet. So I kind of want to draw an untapped land next turn so I can play this and suspend this. Foretell, whatever. Yeah, being able to block feels good. I have a way to deal 1 to this? Or deal 3 to this? Perfect. And we really want to just draw, like, another untapped land next turn, right? Oh, they forgot their dragon died. They thought they could make 3 to kill that. That makes sense. I take 3/11, and they die in the backswing. Remember when I said you can't raise 2 Righteous Valkyries, chat? It's the big true. Big true. Hey, Kenix, thanks for the 27 months. Welcome back. So this hand's not super proactive. I was going to look into adding Vanishing Verse. I'm going to make a note. But I think our interactive elements mean I can keep this. Nice. That was probably the best draw on our deck. Esper Control... Mind Rot, Valkyrie. I'm gonna go Valkyrie. You drafted a deck with the Lena and 5 Pixie Guides. Man, that's a lot of Pixie Guides. This is Standard 2022, which for those that haven't been keeping up is Standard with rotation already happened. It's like a preview of Fall Standard, basically. So Eldraine and Friends are not legal for 4-set Standard. It's pretty good. What if they have a third one? It's another counterspell. Could be, right? So they discard the other 2, maybe? Nope. Alright, well. I'm gonna Mind Rot them again here, rather than committing more to the board. Although I guess... Now, one of these could be Doomscar, right? I was going to say, this plays around Shadow's Verdict, but they have white mana, and these could easily be Doomscar. Man, they're just on all the Foretell cards. How's Elves this morning? Very reasonable. Some of the new cards were good, some of the new cards were bad. And this is actually a really nice draw here, because it means that I can put lethal into play threatening here without having to add another creature to the board that plays into a sweeper. And I actually have lethal through this, right? We juke them, and then Lash of Malice is lethal. You'll draw a shock in your black-white deck. pretty good. I'd try, Mr. Putty. I'd try. Yeah, there should definitely be a couple of Vanishing Verses in here, at least. Yeah, I like Juke a lot. I think this is a card enough people aren't playing. I think this is just a great mid-range tool. I kind of want more Verse, but I also don't really want to cut any of the other cards here. Like, even Inscription of Ruin, she got to flex a little bit that game and show why it was good. I'm just gonna coward split these. 2/2/2. Seems good. Like Professor. The fact that she, like, smooths out your draws in a lot of spots is really valuable. I drew the 5th land naturally. I think I'm going to take the Necrotic Fumes here, because I might trade Professor plus Fumes for their, like, a troll here this turn if they play one. Yeah. Taladell, thanks for the follow. Ghetto Guac, thanks for the prime sub for a prime number of months. There's already a ban reaction on YouTube, chat. Magic players want only one thing and it's disgusting. Ban list reaction updates in a quick amount of time. Alright, so there's value in playing Righteous Valkyrie out first because we gain life. However, it's not particularly resource efficient, and there's a good chance they have a removal spell here. So I think I'm going to Professor plus Youth this turn, and then we can get Rampage of the Valkyries down, which will be real nice. Is it too ambitious to take Mascot Exhibition? Assuming we're going to draw some lands. We'll probably revisit the Bart deck before rotation again. Deck was sweet. I grab the Inkling Summoning. Extra flying threat is nice. So I can go Valkyrie here. But my opponent's deck probably never beats double Rampage, right? As much as I'd like to Valkyrie and get that going, like even if I Valkyrie only go to 11 and then Rampage puts me to 19 the following turn, I think I'd rather just get these down. Let's be like, okay, you want to interact with my board, you're gonna have a real bad time. I mean, I'm not really worried about Trample on the Wolf with this many butts in play, right? So this can give itself 1 more toughness and 2 more attack. And they could Ranger's Guile here as well. Okay, deal. Friend. Goodbye, friend. Listen, wizards. You suspended Brainstorm. I will give you all the happy faces. The Angels deck is very good. I think this is the best mid-rangey deck in this format, in the best of 1 format, because it can be proactive when it needs to be. I've seen people playing Bard decks in other formats, and they seem really sweet when you have Bard class in play, and they seem like clunky, unplayable messes when you don't draw Bard class. So if you're into that sort of thing, it's probably fine. Have a good one like it is. Good luck. Get you a shiny Mewtwo. I have 4 lands rolled up already. I think I'm just taking Inkling Summoning to trade with something in combat down the line. You got 2 shinies today? Sicko. Gotta murder this one. And the next turn we can go Valk. Interested to see if we can stabilize this. Being on the draws definitely put us on the back foot a bit here. If I were to build this deck in best of 3, I would definitely have more copies of our 1 mana removal spell on the sideboard for this matchup. Maybe some of the target white creature gets -4/-4. Sweet, that's good to hear, Dr. Mister. I'm probably gonna try Pokemon Unite at some point. If it's good, we'll probably poke at it on stream. Brainstorm suspended. Did you miss something? I mean, if you haven't heard it's been suspended, then yes, you missed something. I'm not dead yet. Actual best draw in my deck. Yes, Pokemon Unite is the new Pokemon MOBA. I've never gotten into other MOBAs because they have such a big barrier to entry, and I'm told that the Pokemon MOBA reduces that a lot, so I'm excited to try it. It's a good draw, champ. GG! There's no way they beat 3-4-3s from here. They had a window they could have won this game. It's past now. Yes, it is a free-to-play game. It's only on the Switch to start. It's supposed to release on mobile phones at some point too. Yes, League of Legends is a MOBA. So that genre of game. Yeah, and honestly, the fact that it's releasing for Switch means you can play it. It's designed to be played with a gamepad. I don't really like keyboard and mouse games anymore in my old age. Probably one of the best draws in my deck there. Solid 2-drop. Our opponent's having a party, chat. Definitely want to get the shapeshifter out of here before they can make it a 4-4. Would like to avoid this killing one of our things next turn, ideally. Second bears here would be bad for us. Concerted defense. Rude. So this is 15. This puts them to 15. Next turn, this is 8 and 6. Am I dead if I attack with this and kill this? I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I die to another squad commander if I attack with these, but if I attack with both of these, I have lethal next turn in the air. I don't even die to squad commander because they need a party as well, right? They need squad commander plus finish their party. That's kind of scary. Alright, so Youthful Valkyrie, Lash, or our other Valkyrie are all lethal here. Need to get a little bit more power on this. That's also lethal, right? These both have double strike. Crack you for 16. Some good clean living right there, chat. These angels are a bit of a party pooper, huh? Very, very close race indeed. Is there any worse feeling than getting 40 gems on the ICRs? Especially when it's in a set you don't have all of the things from. Their economy is such garbage. Hand's pretty good. Is that the sound of Historic back on the menu? I mean, we played Historic today before the bands to reference. Hopefully Brainstorm reduces the power level of Historic. Banning Brainstorm reduces the power level of Historic a little bit, making it a little bit more friendly to brewing again. Would be ideal. That wasn't the untapped land I wanted for Christmas. This board's so good. The music is good. Just lovely. It's got good vocals, too. Of Extreme, thank you for the 27 months. Welcome back. We are Legion, chat. Kaldheim was great overall. Yeah, definitely. Dear Magic Arena, please let me pay you money to always play on this board. Please take my money, Magic Arena. I want to give it to you so badly. They didn't fish second white. Poison the cup. These. I feel like they're probably not on Doomscar. I wonder what their white splash is for. Maybe it's for, like, the Exile target monocolor card. I would wager that at least one of these face-down cards is taking an extra turn. They're both extra turn spells. Good stuff.
Dealing with you requires such little. Ah, my faithful hound.
The faithful hound. Probably a little bit too far gone, because my opponent got to make 4 1/1 flyers for free.
The entire multiverse is my library.
No blocks on the doggo. They have another extra turn spell? No, if they had another extra turn spell, they'd attack with this too, right? I mean, they're technically dead on board. I assume they have something that prevents them from being dead on board, but... The dog is not the reason we lost that game. We would have very easily beat the dog if they hadn't had 4 free flying creatures. As for the follow, Kobe and memes. Some Kobe memes. I don't think limiting cards to limiting, as someone who's played sparing amounts of vintage, which for people that are new to Magic is Magic's format where they don't ban things, they just restrict them. So you have to play, you can only play 1 copy of them. Restricting cards doesn't actually solve problems, it just makes Magic higher variance, which isn't particularly enjoyable. Opponent's got a lot of creature lands in their Ancients deck. Honestly, playing more creature lands might be right. I'm playing Snarl, so I didn't want to play more. If this had been an Eye Tyrant, for example, this would have been tapped, and our mana would be worse. Double Retribution's probably pretty good here, especially with Lash of Malice. Like, Lash of Malice super hidden mode is it pumps your Angel up to a 6/2 so it can kill bigger things. Oh no! Oh no! So, how does this work? So these will trade. We'll each have to sacrifice. It's even good for us. I can't tell if this is good for us or bad for us. Is everything dead? So I can... So I can shoot this, and then they make me sacrifice. And now they have to sacrifice? Yeah, okay. Feeling like checkers. That's quite scary. They have 2 creature lands hiding as well. Yeah, Gradient Ground out here. How's Uncharted 2 been? A lot of fun. Hey, Math Teacher Gaming. Thanks for 34 months. Welcome back. Good old fashioned running gun shooter. With a quirky story that's well written. I don't know if we really have a recovery mechanic from here. I guess we could draw a Starnheim of our own. I guess another Rampage of Valkyries drags us back in. I love the artwork on this card. It's so good. Okay. So I just trade this for this. It does exile, so Rampage won't trigger. Yeah, this exiles both, doesn't trigger any dies. You sack Valkyrie, you can kill them both. This does not sacrifice. It exiles everything. Definitely getting punished for playing Lash of Malice instead of more Vanishing Verse here. Again, another one of those matchups where if we have access to sideboard cards, we'd be so much better off. I've chosen to build my deck so it's a little bit better against, like, the white aggro decks with 1 mana removal. Getting, feels batted man here. I was hoping they were gonna unsuspend best of 3 for standard 22. Double lash the land, block the 4/4, and killed their last guy. Well, my creature is only a 1/3, right? So it wasn't anywhere near lethal. This is just very silly. So this kills this, which triggers theirs, which then triggers mine. So now we're just like empty boarded, but they have an Eye Hive of the Eye Tyrant. The Rampage of the Valkyrie Mirror has been very silly. This is menacing, which is scary. So we are technically dead if we brick next turn. Okay. What's our out here? I don't think we have one, right? I have Vanishing Verse and Umbral Juke that can stop this hive. Land rats. A little bit anticlimactic into an otherwise fun game. Oh, Squadron Angel would have been really good. Yeah, Legion Angel would have been a good top deck. Give him a smiley face for a loss. This is a good game. Talk, thanks for the sub. I appreciate the support. Am I supposed to have more creature lands in my mana base? $16 black. I don't have any double black spells, right? Leave it. I think I prefer the Dragon Land to the Beholder Land. That's why I'm playing it to begin with. The thought was, do I want more creature lands for the mid-range matchups like that, like the Mirror, because creature lands are definitely aces in those matchups. Like you saw there, you kind of trade a bunch of resources off, and then having more creature lands is better as you go late. And I think Cave of the Dragon is the better creature land in this deck because it flies, and the rest of our threats fly. So having having our creature land have evasion like everything else that we're doing is more ideal than Menace. The type of evasion it has. Hey, congrats on your raise and thanks for sharing a little my way, Nighthawk. Glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. You laugh too much, but like the Dead Guy Ale list we updated on my site has like 8 creature lands in it. And I said I could see myself going up to 10. So Don't tempt me. I love creature lands. No, I don't need a lot of incentive to, like, you know, jam a whole bunch more of them. Feldar Retreat. Huh. Can we just go, like, Retribution into Unleashed, right? They could be a Destroy All Creatures deck. Whatever that card's called that I'm blanking on the name of at the moment. Doomscar. Doomscar is ready. Alright, no extra white would imply no Doomscar. So, we'll attack with this, and then... I think the correct play is just, like, make 2 more angels, right? I guess they showed us Jawari Disruption. Alright, I'm gonna Mind Rot them and Vanishing Verse them. This card is so good. Mind Rot as an effect is so fantastic in a lot of places. And being able to have it not be Mind Rot when Mind Rot isn't good is so powerful. There's that Foretell card, the, you got Double Coma, yeah. There's that Foretell card that you draw cards if they're out of cards in hand. And I think that card's probably pretty playable in something. Like, there's probably a blue-black control deck that plays Skull Rend. Just because it has flexibility and upside when their hand is empty. Skull Raid. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it seems pretty good. I want to just do this to add more pressure. I've seen a lot of Jawari disruptions today. I don't think I want to just jam this in. I'm going to take the environmental sciences since we've got Starnheim Unleashed here rolled up. This wants to get to 5 or sometimes even 7 mana. Nice. So I think we sciences, and then we throw this in the corner. I'd be playing more Historic after the Brainstorm suspension. I mean, I'm not going to go back to only playing Historic, because Standard 22 is very good. But yeah, a Historic, assuming I don't have a ton of donation decks for other formats, we'll probably start doing one a day again. Yeah, it's probably a counter spell, so what do I want to run into it? It's probably Retribution, huh? If they let this resolve and then sweep next turn, Starnheim Unleashed happens, which means we'll have 2 angels to give double strike to. Accurate sentiment. It's unlikely we play less historic with it suspended. Hey, sounds good, Navier. Thanks for the biddies. I agree the Bard Legends deck seems good. It was very sweet yesterday.
If I won't be given a second chance, I'll make my own.
So...
There has to be an answer here.
So do I just fire up the dragon and crack Onyx for 6? Or do I play into a sweeper? Because I could Rampage of the Valkyries and then Lash my Valkyrie in order to kill the Onyx this turn. And that puts a good bit more pressure into play. Yeah, and if they don't have the sweeper, it leaves us in a pretty good spot. And if they only have 1 sweeper, the Starnheim Unleashed lets us have some flexibility to recover the next turn, potentially.
Guess you don't need my help.
The suspension takes effect tomorrow, according to the article. I imagine we'll see a patch tomorrow morning like we typically do on Thursdays. Untapped land, please. Untapped land, please. We played green-black elves in Modern this morning. It was reasonable. I think I just make two tokens here. Yep. Well, that's timely. I could have played an angel there, but in the event they had another Baleful Master, I didn't want to just, like, get hit by their dragon. My sequencing here was garbage, obviously. They're gonna play a removal spell and I'm gonna feel stupid as shit. I just didn't realize they only had 2 cards in hand when I started casting my spells. Yeah, I'm a big stupid. Oops. So, if I would have sequenced correctly, we'd have had +8 life, and we'd have 3 Valkyries in play here. It's fine, they had Doomscar anyways. The fourth, don't be the fourth Doomscar, come on. It's gotta be, it's Doomscar or Aldrin's Epiphany, right? Otherwise they would have counterspelled something. Please be Epiphany. Thank God. Oh, still annoying, but not nearly as annoying as Sweeper would have been. Bottoms up, please. That sleeve is sweet. What is this sleeve from? I missed what they did with this. Can someone check the game log really quick and let me know? What's the Strixhaven Mastery Pass? Okay. I wonder if I have that one then. I think I had the Strixhaven Mastery Pass. Alright, so we're gonna declare this as an attacker, and then kill both of these. And then, if they want to block this, they trade thanks to the Rampage of the Valkyries. And now they go to 8, and I get to chump block with this, and then the Retribution makes these lethal. Negate, thanks for the follow. 4th Doomscar. 4th Aldrin's Epiphany. Sorry, it'd only be the 3rd Aldrin's Epiphany. If only that land was a Dragon Angel, right? Okay, so pretty big mistake on my part, missing my sequencing on my mind drop, but ended up pulling through. It's not like, I honestly expect this archetype to be one of the better decks in this format. Like, the consistency with which you grind through the control decks while also having game against aggro is just really impressive. Retribution, Starnheim Unleashed. Heck, even Rampage of the Valkyrie is just all really impressive cards. I think we mulligan this, looking for a 2 or a 3. I don't think I can keep a hand that doesn't do anything till 4. Even on the play. Yes, and that's true too. The control matchup is very bad for a deck like this in best of 1. Or much worse than it would be in best of 3. Creature lands are one of the best ways to beat control. Yes, Lash being shock with extra steps has also been relevant a lot. All right, if we hit some mana here, we're in an okay spot. 3, 4, 5. Need a untapped white. Honestly, even tapped white next turn's fine, so we can play second Valkyrie. I miss Lumbering Falls. Man, you and me both. Last Zendikar creature lands were so good. Tap point was okay. I just wanted to be able to spend my mana. It's just important that I make a play that impacts the board every turn. I think I take the opportunity to resolve this and force them to have Shadow's Verdict. blue-green crush. That does not ring a bell. Rage and Ravine. Ravine's okay. I was a big fan of Treetop Village in that cycle and the other lands that those decks have played. Oh, Crush of Tentacles. I do remember that one. Okay, with them multiversing main phase here, or combat, it means I can stick Legion Angel. It should resolve this turn. And Legion Angel is a great threat to have against these blue-black controllers. We played against a lot of Doomskars today for whatever reason, but these blue-black control decks only have Shadow's Verdict as a sweeper. So this is a threat that, like, draws another threat that also doesn't play into Shadow's Verdict, which is great. Having your threat be that 4th converted mana cost is a big deal. Got me. Some of them have Blood on the Snow. 6 is a lot slower than 5, though. And sweepers aren't particularly good in general. Like, we could get Blood on the Snow here, but this also, again, also draws a copy to replace itself, so the blood on the Snow is technically a 1-for-1 here. I play 2 and 2 in Megas. I agree that 3 and 1 is not good. It might even be right to hold this, honestly. It could have been right to hold that as a spell. The upside to playing it out is I can attack with this Cave of the Frost Dragon. Attacking with the Cave without having 2 other white sources kind of sucks. Are we about to Decree of Annihilation my Legion Angel? What is in their hand? Is it just like all counterspells? It must be all counterspells if that's their play, right? Ha! Psychologist, thank you for the 34 months. Welcome back. I say Decree, I meant Annihilation. This here is why, even though you technically get value playing the Legion Angel second, I played the Valkyrie second because I wanted to play around Disruption. This is a card these blue-black decks have frequently been playing. I'm gonna negate. This resolved right away. Are they gonna ever remove the spell? Void Pointer, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. Man, chat, do not drink out of the cup. It is not a good cup to drink from. Hold on to Inscription, just in case they have, like, a Mordecai in here or something. I guess that's not even good, huh? Man, I'm just supposed to pick my 2-drop back up. That's a reason to hold on to the Inscription. Yep. Okay, can 5 scries get you out of it? 3 scries top. Foretell cards, chat. I think it's right to kick this, because they scried all of their cards top. I think it's right to take whatever this last one is. Scry more than 2 is a bad mechanic. Can you explain why you think that is? Seems like a very silly statement to me. Have enough mana to fire up Cave Dragon and play a 4-drop, so let's do that. Magic Twitter is leaking. That might be hotter than Blood Moon into Historic to fight Brainstorm. That is true. We did have a print Blood Moon into Historic to fight Brainstorm comment earlier. It's been 5 months, Nude. Welcome back. Creature lands, chat. Creature lands. We have been bouncing just outside of the numbers today. If you'd like my reaction to the Brainstorm ban, I encourage you to watch this video here. Do 1 or 2 more with Angels. It's been a good set. Environmental sciences. Thanks, Sarah does. I try. Showdown on 3 is pretty aggressive. Do I want to do this before or after Retribution? I think before. Feels like I have a chance to get my life total up above 27 here. The amount of shade in the suspension article makes me think the band team like Visit Phoenix. Yeah, they must. Showdown with Fireblade Charger's real scary. I mean, a complex mechanic that's difficult for players to resolve correctly. Like, that's such a weird position to have to be. You're basically saying, like, hey, don't give players choices because they'll fuck up the choices. Whereas, like, I think giving players choices is really sweet because it can be skill testing and fun. If we get to untap with both of these, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. Oh, an untapped land. It's pretty good. Alright, nailed it. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna attack with this. I'm gonna use this to kill the painter. I'm gonna use this to kill a Shambogast. And then we'll Inscription of Ruin. Discard 2 cards out of their hand. Credden, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. Gonna be threatening a lot of damages next turn. They discarded Shatter Skull Smashing. They're about to have a ton of mana. Wonder what that means. Means they had a Showdown of the Skulls. Showdown of these huge tracts of land. No blocks. Alright, so what's about to happen to my board? It's about to have double strike. At least have another blocker, sure. So they can trade with one of my 2/4 double strikers. And they have to sacrifice something else. I guess I could theoretically sacrifice the Fireblade Charger, but then I have to sacrifice another thing. That block is a chump block, so it's not good. Yeah, they want to trade with my 2-4 for sure. Alright, so they're at 2. I sacrifice a thing. I suppose they want to kill one of my 4/4s that's untapped, so that way Goldspan Dragon doesn't get double blocked. I would venture to guess. The Valkyrie's not turning on anytime soon, but it's also just like gaining me amounts of life they can't sustain combat against. And then they need a live top deck here, right? Because I've got 2 lethal flyers for next turn. And even then, this Professor of Symbology is going to fish us a removal spell out of the sideboard. So they technically need to deal with both my things. Even if they deal with both my things, they have to sacrifice their creatures afterwards. Like, I just got to, like, rock in a hard place here. This Angels deck has been super satisfying to play. There's a ton of little choices. Solid grind, some good aggressive draws. Alright, so they're dead, right? Both Juke and Symbology killed them here. You bin it. Nice, nice. Sure. It's for the follow, Craster. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. If you're new like Craster, thanks for hanging out. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream content full-time here on Twitch. We do Magic the Gathering 5 days a week. Usually play 3 or 4 decks every single morning into the afternoon. Play some Modern on Magic Online. Play some Standard 22 here on Arena. Do some Historic as well. Excited for the Brainstorm suspension there. I also do a little bit of variety streaming. We're going to play this deck for another game or two, and then we're going to be wrapping up today, continuing my playthrough of Uncharted 2 on the PlayStation. Alright, so... really need a land. I'm gonna grab the Necrotic Fumes, like, just in case here. Kind of break glass in case of them. Break glass in case of goblins. That trade might be wrong. Since I have this coming up. No companions feels amazing, man. Modern Elves yet? We actually played Modern Elves this morning. We'll be up on the YouTubes tonight. Angel here, we're gonna take out the trash. Angels thoroughly asserting themselves here as the dominant tribal strategy. Modern is very good right now, chat. There are a ton of creature-based decks that are fantastic. Why not kill the Robber their Jukes? It's less than power. Nothing was banned in Historic. What would be the dominant deck? I mean, you can go back and check my Meta Monday videos for the last few weeks, and you can see that Is It Phoenix was objectively the best deck in the format. It was consistently the most played deck in weekend tournaments while posting one of the highest win rates. On the draw against Jasper Sentinel Magda, probably dead. Every single banned card was unbanned. I have no clue. You just ask me what the lottery numbers are. Duh, Bears. Alright, so... I think we just Lash the Shapeshifter here. Nip that in the bud. So do I want to gain life with this? Or do I want to play 2/2 this turn and make my Valkyries a bit bigger? I think I want to play 2/2 here. I'm going to grab Environmental Sciences. Good chance that face down card is an extra turn spell, I think. Could be a Saw coming, but smells like an extra turn spell to me, yeah. Das a pretty good one, yeah. Alright, definitely an extra turn spell. So this is definitely murdering this. Honestly, I think I killed the Sentinel. Just keep them off of mana. And then next turn the squad gets double strike. Think I'm happy with this trade. The Innkeeper also just, like, doesn't really do anything. It just gains life when creatures come into play. pretty thoroughly dismantled them, huh? Nice. Nice. Follower neck. If you haven't seen this Black White Angels deck before, this is one of the many decks that you can find on my YouTube channel there. We've been playing 1 to 3 standard 22 decks every single day since the format was added to the client. It's been a ton of fun. And honestly, I don't think I have any other changes to this deck. We added a couple of Vanishing Verses because that was something that my initial build was missing when we first brewed this. And I really like where we ended up at. I think one of the things that really stands out in my mind as one of the reasons why this deck is good in this best of one format is, aside from Vanishing Verse, which just hits a wide range of things, all of our removal spells and interactive cards in this deck are just so super flexible, right? Like, this is Mind Rot / removal spell. This is Threat / removal spell. The number of times we use this to give something 2 extra attack and like kill a planeswalker or kill our opponent or win a trade was just fantastic. Even Professor of Symbology, in a way, is a flexible removal spell with Necrotic Fumes. Like, Fumes, Sciences, Inkling Summoning, these are the 3 cards we were getting the most. And honestly, you know, one of the questions people are going to have come to mind as we eventually get a best of 3 format, or if you're playing like one of the Insight Esports events, you're playing Standard 22 best of 3 on the weekends. I think if I were to port this deck as is to best of 3, I would probably cut the Probation and the Mascot and keep these other 5 and then play a 10 card actual sideboard. I think for best of 1, these are fine and you'll use them in some edge cases, but they're not really great. These are mostly what you're looking for. These Sciences and Fumes especially are the two you look for a lot. This card being able to guarantee you a land drop or be a removal spell is really fantastic flexibility. And with Inkling Summoning, it can fill your curve. This can be your 2 into your 3. Not super powerful, but good at helping you spend your mana early, which is nice. All right, at any rate, I think I'm going to wrap up on Magic a little bit early today. Uncharted 2's been really fantastic, so I'm going to play that for a little bit longer. Tomorrow, the historic bans go into effect. Brainstorm was suspended. If you didn't see my reaction to that, you can check out that link there on the YouTube channel, as well as finding lots of other great Magic content. So we'll be doing some Modern tomorrow morning. We'll do a historic deck with Brainstorm freshly suspended, as well as another Standard 22 deck tomorrow afternoon. And thanks for hanging out. If you haven't checked out Uncharted, it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like an Indiana Jones style story where we are hunting down artifacts in a run and gun scenario with some witty humor and clever character writing. So I'm gonna get that fired up here.